Hello everybody, it's Star Alliance Man here, and today I'm coming at you with a brand new model airport update. And it's been such a long time since I've done a model airport update, probably since at least 2017, 2018, since I was really doing model airport updates, more frequently. But I'm very excited to finally announce a new model airport, and it's going to be using the new Gemini Jets airport terminal that's just recently come out, and I think it looks very good. You can get, it's actually a double-sided setup, so if you get one of them, you can have 27 right and then 27 left as your runways, and it's a parallel runway configuration, and you have your narrow-body aircraft in the middle, wide-body aircraft on the outside, and I think it's a fairly, it's a nice setup. But not only that, I decided to use an expansion for this airport. So I do have a decent amount of models, and I decided to really get use of them, and also the space that I have available to have a nice little expansion area here. And as you can see, I've got my cargo aircraft over there, and here I just have a little low-cost airline terminal for Southwest, Spirit, Frontier Airlines. And I've also got, another runway to add to the two. So it's a total of 3 runways for this model airport. And the setup you're looking at right now is probably the size, it's exactly 10 feet by 10 feet, so 120 inches by 120 inches. And you can see there's still a little bit of room on the outside, but not too much. And yeah, I'm really excited to show you guys the new airport. So this is pretty much what I've been working on for at least the last month or two. And before that, I was just really busy with school, so haven't really had too much time, but yeah, I'm really happy to get back into model airports. I used to do these a lot more, but my collection, it's kind of gone down a little bit. I've actually sold a lot of my models, but some of them I decided to keep, and I've kind of been getting into getting some new models, especially from Gemini Jets, Phoenix models, the classic manufacturers. So I'm very excited about it. So let's start over here, and on runway 27 right, we have a Edelweiss A330-300, and he is just arriving from Zurich. We have a Air Canada Express CRJ 900 behind him with a non-stop service to Calgary. JetBlue A320 in the Veterans livery with a non-stop service to New York John F. Kennedy. United Express ERJ 145 Blue Tulip livery doing a non-stop service over to Phoenix, Arizona. United 787-8 with a non-stop service to Tokyo and Narita. Have a United 767-300 service to London Heathrow. United 777-200 non-stop service to Shanghai. Oh, that's in the Blue Tulip livery, as you can see. United 777-200 in the Battleship Gray livery. By the way, these 2 aircraft I'm really happy to keep. I really like the old liveries, so decided to put them in the airport regardless of, the newer liveries. I think it just looks really cool, and I still, remember these liveries and honestly think they're a little better than the current one. But anyways, we have this Battleship Gray. He will be doing a non-stop service to Frankfurt. And then the United, another Dash 8, 787-8 with a non-stop service to Osaka, Kansai. And over here we have a Singapore A350 with a non-stop service to Singapore. That's going to be via Manchester though. That'll be doing the Houston, Manchester, Singapore route. Air Canada E190 back there, non-stop service to Toronto, Pearson. Interjet A320, non-stop service to Mexico City. JetBlue A320, non-stop service to Boston. WestJet 737-8 MAX. Unfortunately, I have to use the MAXs, but as we all know, they're not in service at the moment. But I do like the MAXs a lot. I think it's a cool design, but yeah, at the moment, not in service. But maybe we'll see them coming out probably within the next year. So I'm going to include them in the airport. It's my only WestJet aircraft, and he will be doing a non-stop service to Calgary. United 757-300 next to him. He'll be doing a service to San Francisco. United 737-900 MAX or Dash 9 MAX, he'll be doing a service to Los Angeles. We have a United 757-200 in the Blue Tulip livery with a service to Chicago O'Hare. United 737-800 coming in from Orlando. And over here we have the beautiful TED A320. He'll be doing a non-stop service to Las Vegas. We have United Express BAE 146. Non-stop service to Aspen. United CRJ 700 with a non-stop service to Grand Junction. United E170 non-stop service to Oklahoma City. And that runs up Terminal A of my airports. So this is Terminal A, Terminal B. And this airport is actually based out of 4 main cities. I've got Houston, Dallas, Denver, Salt Lake City. And those 4 airports I decided mainly because of the first of all, I have a decent United collection, so I wanted to have a slight, decent United Airlines hub, but I didn't want it to be, as low as Cleveland, for instance. Cleveland doesn't even have like any international flights. So I really decided to go for something like Denver, where, there are a lot of domestic flights, but the international flights are fairly, there's not as many. And I also combined that with Houston so I can get a couple of the international arrivals, such as Qantas or Eva Air. And then I also did Dallas to add a little bit more into that. That's where the Qantas over there is going to be coming in from. And unfortunately, I don't have the American Airlines fleet for Dallas-Fort Worth, but I do have the Delta aircraft for Salt Lake City. And I just decided to include a bit of a mix of airports because having just one airport, you're never going to really be 100% realistic with it. So having, a fictional airport that's based out of a few airports, you at least have the choice and, a little bit of freedom to decide exactly what aircraft you want. And, I think it's just kind of a better setup. So I decided to go with that. And Terminal A here, we have mostly United aircraft and then a mix of Star Alliance carriers and a couple other carriers as well. And then over there would be the SkyTeam terminal. We have Delta mainly dominating the terminal with also American Airlines, but a couple other SkyTeam members would park there as well for the international arrivals. And over here is my cargo setup. Now, this terminal here you're looking at, there's actually 4 of these. And this is made by Model Airport Network. I don't know if anybody's kind of been following this, but Model Airport Network is a really cool website, and they make these cargo terminals. They also make a bunch of other like regular airport terminals, but I was really interested when I saw their cargo terminals because they were pretty much the size exactly what I wanted, and I knew I could get a few of them, so I decided to get 4 of them and just kind of have them spread out here. And I think it looks really nice. They're fairly high quality, and I really like them, so I recommend it for your airport. And over here we have a couple other, cargo aircraft. We have the typical FedEx, UPS, and now Amazon Prime Air. That's the new Phoenix models release. We have the Patriots as well because I don't really have any stands for models, so I just kind of have them park at the cargo stands. But we have a China Airlines cargo and a Eva Air cargo as well. And as you can see, I do have a bunch of empty space here. That's just because I don't quite have all of the parts from this airport, which is actually from the old airport dioramas, I believe, airport diorama designs. I used to have an airport from them, but I decided to switch to this new Gemini jet setup, and I took parts from the old airport I had and kind of cut them up so they could be put into this expansion area. But I haven't printed out every part yet, but once I do, it's gonna look fairly streamlined. Hopefully all this space will be filled up and it's not going to look as bad as it does now, but definitely a work in progress. But so far it's going pretty well. I have, most of these taxiways filled, so I'm very excited for that. So there's the cargo setup. Over here we have a Frontier A320. He's just coming in from Cleveland. And here is my low-cost airline terminal. We have AirTran, Southwest, Spirit, Frontier. I'm not going to go over the aircraft, but just a general setup. And obviously this terminal, if you recall, is from the old Gemini Jets airport terminal, and I just decided to save that. I did actually get rid of the other 2, so just decided to sell that save this one because it's the perfect size for what I was looking for in this expansion. So I thought it was a really good idea to just kind of use that for this instance, and maybe I'll redesign this. There's a couple other things I could do. Anyways, you have the Qantas A380. He is just arriving from Sydney. Spirit A321, about to take off. And there's that 3rd runway there. Fairly long, probably 8 to 10 feet long. And over here we have the more Delta / SkyTeam terminal. We have a Delta A350-900 loading up for Tokyo and Narita. We have a Delta 777-200 that's going to be loading up for Tokyo Haneda. Delta A330-900 Neo, non-stop service to London Heathrow when that service starts. Delta 767-300, service to Paris Charles de Gaulle. A Delta A330-300 with a service to Honolulu. 717-200 with a service to Los Angeles. 757-200, service to Orlando. And we have an A220 over here who'll be doing a non-stop service over to San Francisco. And then a Southwest 738 as well, just taking off now. He'll be going to Los Angeles. And over here we have the rest of the airport terminals. This is more of a regional type setup. I believe Gemini Jets is kind of aimed so that this part of the terminal you are supposed to put in like regional type aircraft. So we have a CRJ-700 and E-170. And over here we have a Delta 737-800, A321. And then over here, I've just added a couple more models. We have an Alaska 737-900, a couple American aircrafts, A319, Arizona 1, old US Airways livery, of course, American A321, E175, and then the ERJ-145. And over here, we have the Cayman Airways 737-800, which is an interesting model. I actually decided to pick that up mainly because they fly to Denver, and since this airport is one of the airports this airport is based off of is Denver, so I decided to pick that one up. But also, it's a really cool model. I didn't even know that Aeroclassics made it, and when I saw it on eBay, I was like, wow, this is a cool livery, and thought I'd get it. So unfortunately, they used the MAX, so I think it's kind of jeopardized their operations because I think they're currently suspending some flights at the moment. So hopefully they come back to Denver. I think they're suspending it for like a few months or something, and then they're going to come back. It's only a weekly service, so I decided to get them anyway. I have a Qatar A350-1000 just coming in from Doha, Air France 777-200, now service to Paris Charles de Gaulle. And then we have a few empty gates, obviously the A380 designated gate you can see there, and that's going to be where the Qantas A380 parks. But that's pretty much the airport setup. I'm really happy with it, and I'm really glad that Gemini just came out with this new terminal because I was kind of considering almost stopping collecting. So I was very happy to get these new airport terminal setups and put these two together along with the new terminal here, or that's the old terminal, but to combine the two with the new expansion and then the new cargo terminals as well. I think the overall setup is, fairly good, and you can have a triple runway setup with this, so I'm very happy with the way it's turned out, and I really want to come out with some more videos. I apologize so much for just being away and always posting travel videos. I've actually kept up the collecting and, kept up model airport, news and stuff, but I just don't have the time to really upload it. And I actually just moved down to Florida this summer, so I've just been, I had a few stuff going on, but finally I'm down here and I'm really set up now so I can start making more videos. I'm gonna be coming out with more like photo slideshows to showcase this airport and to give you guys, some more videos of my airports and more models and stuff. So I'm really excited for that. So stay tuned. More videos are gonna be coming. And thanks so much for watching, guys. Thanks for the continued support. I will see you guys in the next video.